And then the rings, yours truly, streetwear. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Pancanesi earrings.
You see the
shades? Oh, these?
Don't worry about
it. Meet Oyinda, or as she likes to be known.
I'm Oyinda. I'm Nigerian, but I grew up in London.
Oyinda, pictured here being a muse for a popular social media content creator, is the daughter of Nigeria's president, Bola Tinubu. Now, why is that important and who cares about who her daddy is? She's just a human living her life and she can't control who her parents are, so what's the story here? But before I answer that, here's a story about 6 members of a Nigerian fraud syndicate, whom the FBI has spent the best part of a decade tracking, extraditing, and putting behind bars. And let me tell you, working across multiple jurisdictions on different continents to arrest, extradite, prosecute, and jail these people for carrying out business email compromise and romance scams between 2015 and 2016 was a lot of work. These guys apparently extracted over $6 million from the American victims, and it took 9 years, but the FBI put all of them away, which is fantastic. But here's the problem. So Oyinda's full name is Habibat Oyinda Bola Tinubu, and like many other politically exposed people, she once wanted to buy some property in the US, but she didn't want it appearing under her name. So she created an LLC and got it to do the transaction back in 2013. The company is called WWOMD LLC, and here you can see that it purchased a condo at 255 Hudson Street in Tribeca, New York, for the modest sum of $2.4 million, cash. No credit facility, no mortgage. Bear in mind that at the time this transaction was recorded in 2013, Oyinda was an unemployed 22-year-old with no recognized source of income, let alone $2.5 million of straight cash. So where did the money come from? Well, it's hard to say, but even a day one intern at the KYC, AML, or compliance department at any bank in the United States would know that when the unemployed 22-year-old offspring of a guy who at the time had just spent 8 corruption scandal-ridden years as governor of Nigeria's wealthiest state shows up trying to buy a luxury condo in New York City for $2.4 million cash, this should set off every alarm in the building. Apparently it didn't. The empire's law enforcement authorities, who have the capacity to track Nigerian cyber criminals to their hideouts in Lagos and have them extradited to the US, did not see anything wrong with this picture. Apparently, if you're suspected of being a Nigerian criminal who stole millions of dollars from the empire's citizens, you get free US government bangles. However, if you're suspected of being a Nigerian criminal who stole millions of dollars from your own people, come on in. You're welcome. And in case you think this was just an oversight, consider this. Oyinda's older brother and self-styled first son of Nigeria, Seyi Tinubu, is known to have spent $10.8 million on a mansion at Grove End in Westminster, central London. A mansion which at the time was the subject of a vast state corruption probe involving an associate of Nigeria's former oil minister. Somehow, also without a particularly recognized source of income, Nigeria's first son made this purchase right in the empire's European capital city. You see, nothing illustrates the empire's hypocrisy better than this. It regularly decries corruption in the global south, framing it as some sort of moral failing on the part of people who live in the global south. Meanwhile, in reality, it not only enables it, but it actively hosts and celebrates the very corruption that it pontificates about. Aided, of course, by its handpicked, compromised puppet elite within the global south, who don't mind turning their resource-rich, high-potential countries into $800 per capita GDP hellholes for the empire's benefit. The empire gets its imperial tribute paid from the blood and broken dreams of its subjects in darkest Africa. And Oyinda,
I'm Oyinda,
gets to grow up in London and talk like Peppa Pig. Everybody goes home happy.